From the most beautiful girl in the world to the man who can see like a bat, join me as we take a closer look at these special individuals. The Iceman. You get brain freeze when eating an ice lolly, or do your hands feel like they're gonna freeze off when you make ice for drinks? Well, then this story's gonna have you feeling absolutely amazed. Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman, is a Dutch extreme athlete and motivational speaker whose ability to endure freezing temps has astounded the world. He holds several world records, including a barefoot half marathon on ice and snow and extended full-body ice contact. The Wim Hof method, a unique combination of cold exposure, specific breathing techniques, and meditation, is credited with these remarkable feats. Hof's life and achievements piqued the scientific community's interest, resulting in numerous studies in the best-selling book What Doesn't Kill Us, written by investigative journalist Scott Carney. Despite Hof's impressive achievements, some members of the scientific community have questioned and criticized his methods. Regardless, his life story is a powerful testament to the human spirit's strength and untapped potential within each of us. Also, Wim Hof just may be a real-life superhero who demonstrates that cold is simply a state of mind. Stephen Wiltshire. If you're anything like me, you forget how to draw a circle unless you look at it constantly, and then the circle turns out to be a square. Stephen Wiltshire, a British architect, is living proof of the extraordinary power of the human mind. Wiltshire, who was born in 1974, was diagnosed with autism at a young age. Despite his difficulties, he discovered an extraordinary talent. That would be the ability to recreate intricate cityscapes from memory after only a brief observation. Wiltshire's work is a precision and detailed show. His panoramic drawings of cities such as London, Tokyo, and New York are not only artistically stunning, but they also reveal his extraordinary cognitive abilities. His talent has earned him international acclaim, with his work displayed in prestigious galleries around the world. Wiltshire's story is a beautiful reminder that the mind is like a parachute. It works best when it's open. His ability to transcend perceived limitations and become a world-renowned artist is both inspiring and humbling. He almost appears to be saying, "I don't have a photographic memory, I just never run out of film." Daniel Tamad. The British may have bad teeth, but they sure have a few geniuses among them. Daniel Tamad, a British mathematical genius, is a living example of the human mind's extraordinary capabilities. Tamad, who was born in London in 1979, had an unusual life when he was diagnosed with high-functioning autistic savant syndrome. This condition, however, did not impede him, rather it opened the door to a world of numbers and languages that few can comprehend. Tamad's mind works in an intriguing way. He perceives numbers as a complex, colorful landscape and can perform astounding mathematical calculations at breakneck speeds. His most notable achievement was reciting pi to 22,514 decimal places, which still holds the European record. Tamad, in addition to his mathematical abilities, is a polyglot, fluent in 10 languages, including Icelandic, which he learned in a week for a documentary. His memoir, Born on a Blue Day, is a fascinating look into his mind. Tamad's brain would probably require its own power station if it were a computer. Really one of the most unique people on this planet. The living Google Man. If you've ever watched the movie Rain Man, you'll know who Kim Peek is because that's who Dustin Hoffman's character was based on. It's the story of one of the greatest minds to ever live. Kim Peek, dubbed the Mega Savant, was a memory genius who dazzled everyone with his extraordinary abilities. Peek, who was born in 1951, was diagnosed with a rare brain condition, but he had an uncanny ability to recall vast amounts of info with pinpoint accuracy. Peek's memory was incredible. He could recall the contents of over 12,000 books and had knowledge of 15 different subjects, ranging from history to sports. His ability to read 2 pages at the same time, one with each eye, was nothing short of amazing. Despite his difficulties, Peek's life was a testament to the human's mind's limitless potential. His story inspired the Oscar-winning film Rain Man, which raised awareness of savant syndrome around the world. He was also a walking encyclopedia with a dash of charm. Living Samurai. What would impress you about swordsmanship? How about a samurai who can slice a speeding BB gun pellet in flight? That person actually exists. A modern-day samurai, Isao Machi, is a living testament to the power of precision, discipline, and the human spirit. Machi, who was born in Japan, began his journey into the world of Iaido, a traditional Japanese martial art, at a young age. His dedication and skill have elevated him to the level of legend. Machi's abilities are nothing short of remarkable. He holds several Guinness World Records, including the fastest 1,000 martial arts sword cuts in 1,000 seconds, and the most sword cuts to straw mats in 3 minutes. Most amazing feat, though, is his ability to slice a bullet in mid-air, demonstrating his superhuman reaction time and precision. Isao Machi's life is an intriguing synthesis of tradition and modernity. In a world dominated by tech, he embodies the spirit of the samurai. Machi's the kind of guy who can compete with Fruit Ninja, only with real fruits and a very real sword. Man with shortest memory. Tell me, are you forgetful? Do you go to the shop and forget why you went, or do you go to the shop and forget where you live? Trust me, you got a good memory compared to our next person. Clive Waring, a renowned British musicologist and conductor, is a poignant example of the fragility and resilience of human memory. After a severe brain infection in '85, he developed one of the most severe cases of amnesia ever documented. His memory span had shrunk to mere seconds, resulting in a condition known as perpetual presence. Despite his condition, Waring's musical abilities remained intact. He was still able to play, conduct, and compose music, demonstrating the powerful connection between music and memory. His story offers a unique perspective on the workings of the human brain, the nature of consciousness, and the power of love. His wife Deborah's unwavering support has been a bright spot in his otherwise disjointed life. She's also the only person he remembers. Clive also possesses the ability to literally live in the moment. The real Batman. Bats see by means of echolocation. That means our next individual is a Batman because he sees by means of sound. Ben Underwood is a remarkable person who pushes the limits of human perception. Underwood lost his sight after being diagnosed with retinal cancer at the age of 2, but that didn't stop him from living a life full of adventure and discovery. Underwood honed his ability to navigate the world through echolocation, a technique commonly associated with dolphins and bats. He can perceive his surroundings with astonishing accuracy by making clicking sounds with his mouth and listening to the echoes. He can ride a bike, play basketball, and even play video games while blindfolded. His life is a testament to the resilient human spirit and ability to adapt. Ben Underwood demonstrates that the loss of one sense can sometimes lead to the discovery of another, more extraordinary one. Scientifically most beautiful woman. Science does not have the ability to determine what is beautiful, or is it? We've always understood that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but is this the exception? Florence Colgate, a British woman, rose to fame not for her acting, singing, or modeling abilities, but for her scientifically perfect face. Yeah, you read that correctly. 2012, Colgate won a competition for having the most beautiful face according to science. The golden ratio, an ancient Greek mathematical formula associated with aesthetic perfection, was used to organize the competition, which was hosted by ITV's Lorraine Show. Colgate's facial proportions were discovered to be nearly perfectly symmetrical, making her the winner out of 8,000 competitors. Colgate leads a relatively normal life despite her unique recognition. She works in a fish and chip shop and prefers to remain out of the spotlight. This just shows the beauty of simplicity and humility. Real-life Rubber Man. Ever watch The Fantastic Four? You'll remember Mr. Fantastic, who could stretch and shape his body into anything. This next guy cannot shape his body, but his skin is another matter altogether. Gary Turner, a British man, has a unique claim to fame. He holds the Guinness World Record for the most stretchy skin. Turner has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a rare condition that affects the body's connective tissues and causes his skin to be extremely elastic. Turner has embraced his uniqueness with a positive attitude, despite the challenges posed by his condition. He's made a career in the entertainment industry by performing as a sideshow artist and astounded audiences with his skin-stretching stunts. Turner's story demonstrates the power of accepting one's differences and transforming perceived flaws into strengths. His life serves as an inspiration to those dealing with rare diseases, demonstrating that any obstacle can be turned into a stepping stone to success. One only has to make lemonade from lemons. To put it mildly, Turner's the only man who can literally pull himself together in any situation, and that's some stretchy silver lining. 22-minute breath-holding man. Ever heard the one about the man who could hold his breath for 22 minutes? Well, neither have we up to today. Stig Severinsen, a Danish freediver, has pushed the boundaries of human endurance. He demonstrates that we're far more capable than we often believe. Severinsen, also known as the man who doesn't breathe, holds numerous world records in freediving, a sport that requires tremendous physical and mental strength. Severinsen's most incredible accomplishment is his record for the longest time held breath underwater. In 2010, he held his breath for an incredible 22 minutes after inhaling pure oxygen. He also holds the record for the longest dive under ice, which is a terrifying test of human endurance. Severinsen's life has been dedicated to teaching others about the power of breath control, demonstrating its potential for improving health and performance. His life exemplifies the strength of the human spirit and the marvels of the human body. In a lighter vein, Severinsen is the only man who could give a fish a run for its money in a breath-holding competition. Pretty profound thought. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.